Hi, I'm Banksy from Brew for Breakfast, and I'm going to answer some questions for Ivy. Firstly, being a punk scene in Liverpool, do I ever feel pressured by other genres of zines? Not really, I don't think, because most of the zines I interact with, and I interact with a fair few across the UK punk scene, are punk zines. Originally, I wanted mine to not be about politics and stuff, but I've been doing it for a year and a half. I've done 4 issues so far, and I've found that it's impossible to not talk about politics as a punk scene, because politics and punk are so closely interlaced with one another. I wouldn't say I felt pressured to talk about politics, but it was definitely unavoidable, even though originally I wanted to avoid it. In my time of being an editor of a Liverpool punk scene, have I noticed an increase in attendees to gigs? This fluctuates frequently. I mean, I go to gigs with lineups that blow me away, and you'd think they'd be full to the brim, and they're not. And you go to gigs you'd think would be quiet, and they're full, and it's hard to peg, really. In the past year and a half, the scene really took a dip last year, but it is picking up again now. I'm seeing a lot of new faces I haven't seen before. A lot of younger kinderpunks are coming up. People who are just getting into the punk scene. So I think it's about to boom a lot. I think there's going to be a big rise soon, because there are a lot of younger kids coming up who are interested in the punk scene, whereas a lot of the older ones are having to be responsible and get jobs and can't come to gigs and stuff. Do I personally think the punk scene in Liverpool is increasing in popularity? Like I said, I think with the kinderpunks it is increasing, because I mean, there's people who are 16, 17, 18 just getting into punk rock and coming and hanging around with us and seeing what it's about and really wanting to get involved. And it's great that that's happening, because there's always the threat of the scene dying off. With, like, a lot of the older punks in the Liverpool punk scene aren't actually from Liverpool. Aside from a few, a lot of them moved to Liverpool for university and I've decided to stay in Liverpool, so there's ever the threat that they may move away, but it's good that we've got all these younger kids who are actually from Liverpool coming up and getting involved in the punk scene. Does this benefit my zine? You know what, surprisingly, my zine is probably more popular in other cities across the UK than it is in Liverpool. A lot of the older punks, again, are interested in buying it, but a lot of the younger ones don't really seem to care about zines, which is a little bit sad, because zines are an influential part of the scene. God, it's hard saying zine and scene a lot. But yeah, I'm probably more popular in Manchester and Leeds and Salisbury than I am in Liverpool, which is a little bit sad. How do I feel about my observation of the Liverpool punk scene? I don't know, I just say it the way I see it, really. Say it the way I see it, and I guess I am happy that about all kinderpunks keeping the scene going, but I do wish they'd take more of an interest in zines rather than just... I mean, it's awesome that they want to go to gigs all the time, but there is more to the scene than just going to a gigs. I mean, there are causes to get behind, and there are other parts of the scene to support. I mean, without zines, a lot of bands wouldn't be able to spread throughout the country as often as they do, and it would be better if people could take more of an interest in them. So yeah, there you go.